guys, welcome to the Pixel Grow Smarter podcast, where we discuss all things HubSpot, marketing, and business growth. My name's Tony, and today I'm here with Josh.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about copy and the importance of copy, I guess, Josh. I guess the thing is, as a business owner, right, we talk about copy and people go, what the hell's copy? Why is it so important for businesses? Why do they need to really focus on it and make sure that it's actually really good?
I guess copy is so important because it's literally how you present yourself. Like, it's the way you present your identity and your personality as a business. If you're a salesperson and someone's coming up to you to buy something, you want to present your best self. You want to be like, you want to be nice. Maybe you even want to be a little bit funny. You want to be likable, and you want to present your sort of best self to that person. And it's the same with businesses and with copy. Everything you put out there on your website, on social media, you want to present the parts of your business's identity that will make people like you and want to buy from you and trust you. I guess trust is a massive thing.
Yeah.
If someone wants to buy something and they come up to a salesperson, that salesperson is maybe a bit of a drop kick or, doesn't really want to speak to that person, then, that's the equivalent of having like lazy copy on your website, or not posting on social media at all, or maybe bragging on social media nonstop instead of actually talking about what the customer wants to hear.
Yeah. And what sort of stuff, I guess, obviously here at Pixel, we create a lot of content for our clients. From my perspective, I see that educational stuff's really good. Obviously, we're trying to educate our clients, we're trying to educate our customers as into, why they need our services or why they need your services. Not so much a sales pitch, but more about educating so you can sort of show yourself as a bit of an expert in that field, right? That's sort of the angle we look at?
For sure, yeah. And especially, it depends on the format as well. Like, if you're writing a blog post, you want that blog post to be educational, genuinely valuable for the customer, because they're coming to that blog post for a reason, or they're coming with a question. So you want to genuinely present value. I see a lot of blog posts, especially now that, are just optimized for SEO, keyword, and they're not actually that valuable as a blog, whereas the much better blogs and the ones that tend to do better are the ones that actually address a concern of the customers. And it applies for, other types of copy as well. Your website, your social media, you always want to give some kind of value to the people reading. Otherwise, they'll just drop it.
What's the copy like lately? I mean, obviously AI is coming into play. What's the vibe at the moment? What sort of stuff are you seeing out there?
Not to be cynical, but I definitely think the quality of copy is going down. I think it's getting worse. And I think it is, I'd have to say, I think AI is to blame for it. I think there are a lot of people out there who are relying solely on AI start to finish. Write me an article on this, or write me 10 social media posts and publish. So there's a lot of really vague, bland, generic stuff out there that, you're seeing the same thing over and over again. I had a baby recently, and
congratulations!
Yeah, thank you. and
you look great.
Yeah, thanks.
Nice.
Getting plenty of sleep. And she's struggling with sleep a little bit lately. And I looked for something on Google. I was like, why isn't the baby sleeping? Ways to get her to sleep. And came across this article, the 40-second rule that will get your baby to sleep in 40 seconds. And I was like, wow, that's really appealing. 40 seconds, like, too good to be true maybe, but I clicked anyway. Yeah. And it was like, what is the 40-second rule? And it was basically just said, set up a calm vibe in your bedroom, sing her to sleep, sing a lullaby, rock it, all the usual stuff that, everybody knows.
Yeah.
Nothing about any kind of specific 40-second rule. And, you get halfway into the article, you're like, this was written by AI. Like, there's no way someone...
Gotcha.
Yeah, no way someone would, set out to write the 40-second rule and just write this vague, bland, unhelpful stuff.
Do you reckon it's just the quantity over quality? Everything's so... it's social media. We get 3 seconds to capture attention these days. So it's just it's just throwaway content now where people are just creating content, throw it away.
Yeah, for sure. I think, and like social media has kind of rewarded people for posting nonstop as well. So like that's a lot of work to constantly to post every day. And so, yeah, I think it definitely is a quantity over quality thing, and also maybe a confidence thing. I think there are a lot of people who are not confident enough to write their own social media posts or blog posts or website copy.
Yeah.
And so they just outsource to AI.
Yeah.
Post, we're good. And yeah, I think it doesn't look great when you come onto a website and it just looks purely AI.
Yeah, it's
generated.
still got some room to grow. Hey, like
sure.
AI is good, but like
Yeah.
it's obviously needs to be better.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm not totally trashing AI because it does a lot of great things, and it definitely can help with copywriting. It definitely can help with, I've used it for copywriting when maybe brainstorming ideas or getting like the foundations of a section for a blog post or something down. But if you're just saying, hey, ChatGPT, write me a blog post on this topic, then yeah, it's going to generate bland stuff, and you really need to get your hands in there and edit.
What can you tell? Like, can you tell reading AI, like reading copy to see whether it's AI or not? Can you tell?
I think so. I think there are little telltale things. It's just you get used to the style of AI and you sort of notice it more. The main thing for me is the triplet structure of sentences. Where like come stay in our hotel and you'll receive care, comfort, and great service. But everything is in triplets, and I understand why, because it's a good little persuasion tactic. But ChatGPT will just throw it in every sentence, and you see it straight away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You got to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I guess the flip side is then what's great copy? What's some examples of some things that I guess businesses need to include in their copy to make it stand out, to make their customers want to buy from them or buy their product or their service?
Yeah. I don't know if it's anything super, specific. I think it just depends on what you're writing and who you're writing for. I think the number one thing is, like we were saying, like education and value, like genuine value to the reader. If you're writing a blog post, what is the question that the reader is asking that'll make them want to click on your blog post, and what can you actually teach them? Or on social media, it might be, people are not on social media to necessarily learn a lot or to buy something. They're just there to kind of be entertained. So what can you offer the reader in terms of entertainment? Can you write a funny caption or create a funny video? And, website copy, what can you tell that reader about your services and your products that's going to make them be wowed, make them trust you, like you, and want to keep coming back to you? Yeah.
There's definitely a fine line, right? Because you want to create copy that's obviously educational, accurate, but then it's got to be entertaining too, because of the world you're living in now. Like I said earlier, we get 3 seconds to grab their attention, and if it's just boring, bland stuff, people are like, oh, like even if you're interested in it, like I know what it's like now. Obviously, we're in the marketing field, and trying to find interesting marketing, educational content. It's just like it's hard because you just majority of the stuff out there is just like, oh, it's just. They're just like, here we are today. We're talking about digital marketing. Like,
100%.
Give me something entertaining, and like you said, maybe utilizing, making it fun, making it funny. Like, I think that's it. If you can create something that's a little bit more personable, with some entertainment involved, like I think you're going to kill it. Yeah,
for sure. And I think the next level up as well is, launching straight in from the start. Like I've read so many blog posts. Like, you might be looking up like a recipe for baked potatoes or something. What's the first thing you come into in the intro? It's like, everybody loves baked potatoes. Your grandma cooked blah, blah, and it's like stuff you don't want to read.
Yeah.
So how do you jump in straight away and I guess keep the reader there, and want to come back and read the next one as well?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What about you? Do you notice any like obvious AI or bad copywriting traits?
Yeah, like, repeat structure. Like I've seen in probably ads more so, they have this emoji structure for ads.
Yeah.
Like I've noticed that a lot. So, sorry, covering the microphone. But I've noticed that a couple of times when you can just see, what have I noticed it on? Like like fitness challenges. So they've just made this template for
Like
fitness.
muscle emoji.
Yeah, for fitness challenge, and then the green box with the tick in it.
Yeah.
So it's like a fitness challenge. And
Yeah.
hey, I don't know. Maybe it's a sign I'm on what I'm looking at. People are trying to tell me to lose weight. I don't know. Maybe too many cookie recipes or something. But yeah, I've noticed that with fitness promotions where they're just like, they'll have a paragraph and then it's like, dot points with a little green tick emoji.
Yeah.
And then little fire emoji, and then there's always, like you said, the bicep emoji.
Yeah.
Overkill emojis, right?
Yeah, for sure. And there's a reason for it, right? Like emojis do catch attention. There's a reason why we use them. But yeah, it's because it's already out there so much. AI kind of picks, and AI can only base itself on what already exists. That's why it can't be very, original.
Yeah.
And so it's obviously seen so many social media posts in this style with these emojis. So it's like bang, 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 emojis. And it kind of, the stuff it puts out becomes cliche very quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
What, I guess, is there any way you can prompt? I mean, obviously we can prompt AI. You can give it as much instruction as possible.
Yeah.
Is there any way to create some, like, have you got some tips for some cool prompts to actually help with that, help with getting rid of crappy copy?
Yeah. Well, number one thing for me is, like, if you are using AI to help you, don't let it take control of the process, if that makes sense, because then it just turns everything into cliche and you lose control and you maybe aren't editing enough or whatever. So in terms of prompts, one thing I like to do is maybe write my own, let's say a social media post. I'll write my own social media post and then I might actually ask it 5 ways to improve this post, and it'll suggest 5 of them. You don't have to take any of them, or maybe it'll make 2 really great suggestions and you'll include them. So that's asking AI questions is a huge one for me.
Yeah.
Also inputting things like tone of voice, so making sure that whatever AI you're using knows exactly what tone of voice you want, which obviously is going to be different for everyone. If you're running, say, a childcare center, maybe you want the tone of voice to come across as a mum who is being reassuring and offering advice. Whereas if you're working for a construction business, you might want it to sound a bit more like a tradie and use a bit more Aussie slang and stuff like that. Inputting that, I think, is really important.
Would you dump like previous posts or blog posts and stuff like that? And that's handy, huh?
For sure, especially like successful ones. What worked about this?
Yeah, cool.
How can we transplant that into a new blog that offers different information?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff out there now.
Yeah. And a lot of it, a lot of it is, Google is being more and more populated by AI. And it's everything, I used to love reading music articles. Now most of them I come across, you can tell AI is just generated at start to finish, and it's just becoming less and less valuable, I think. Yeah.
It's just that quality, man. The quality over quantity, or they're just starting to smash out so much content.
Yeah.
It's just bonkers.
Yeah.
Anyway, definitely got some. There's definitely room for improvement out there. And look,
for sure.
Obviously, as AI gets better, quality is going to get better, and then we can work from home.
Yeah. Well, exactly. That's right. Yeah. Handy, or not work at all. What do you see for AI next year in terms of copy? Like, do you think it will improve? Do you think it's going to go downwards?
Well, funny you say, I did some I watched some videos the other day on it, and there's a couple of guys that are right up in the marketing industry, and one of the things they're talking about is, and I think we've discussed this a little bit previously with AEO, which is AI engine optimization. So it's about creating content specific for AI engines. So 80% of searches now don't even go to your website. People are getting the answer within ChatGPT or whatever AI search engine they're utilizing. So moving forward, a lot of the content that's going to be created is going to be specific for those, which is bonkers, right? So you're not even really writing for your customer anymore. You're actually writing for AI to grab all these bits and pieces, whether you're going to niche it up a little bit. Big businesses probably not so much. They're probably just going to keep it the way they are. But like a lot of small businesses can come in and really niche up their content and their creativity with their copy. So that'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. So, like one of the examples they use, right, was for a jacket for dog walkers, right? So most businesses just goes, oh, here's an outdoor jacket. It's warm. It's this, it's that. But like you can get specific with it. Like you say, like I need a pocket. I need a waterproof pocket for the wet ball, or I need another pocket for the bag that, I'm picking up the dog's leftovers.
Yeah.
And then I want another pocket to put the throwy stick thing. Like, and then I want it this length because it's going to keep me warmer, and I want it waterproof. And you can go down the rabbit hole of including all this information, which chat's going to pick up, which is bonkers.
Yeah, and I wonder if that's how maybe smaller businesses are kind of going to get ahead as well, like using like really specific product features like that are actually now going to get picked up, whereas before people would just be like dog walk jacket with pockets, and just get the sort of really big brands.
And if you've got your own chat set up with your own account, it remembers. So if you're putting stuff in there, your searches and this, chat's remembering all your history, and it's building up a bit of a profile on yourself, which is pretty cool.
So how do you even, as a business owner or a copywriter, how do you even optimize for that?
Well, like I said, you just got to get real nichey and specific with your product. I guess you've got to try and separate your product from big business or big products. So, I mean, if you use sneakers, for example, right? All of a sudden you're going to build sneakers, or you're going to make sneakers, and you're trying to compete against Reebok and Nike and all those massive brands. Like, what makes your product different? I guess that's what you really got to articulate and get across to your customer.
Yeah.
And especially with your copy, you've got to dig deep into that instead of saying, hey, my shoes are for basketball, or my shoes are for this. Like, okay, what's different? What makes your product so much different compared to the other person? And then services are the same, right? I guess if you're a plumbing company or electrical company, like really knuckle down into, we do exactly the same thing as this company, but we do this, and this, like, hey, we'll call you an hour before our meeting or our service appointment. We'll clean up afterwards. We'll give you a call the next day. Just say, hey, everything's going. We'll do a follow-up call in 2 weeks. Like, it's that extra little bit of detail and customer service that's going to separate smaller business from those bigger guys.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But if you can articulate in that you copy that, hey, these are all the extra bits and pieces that we do, I think that'll make the difference.
Yeah, it'll catch those ones wanting that specific thing, which has been it's been hard to find in the past. And people will go to forums and things and be like, oh, have you seen this jacket with these pockets, or have you seen whatever, I want something with these patches, and Google won't really give it to you because it's, it struggles to maybe get that specific. And so they'll go to forums and people will be like, oh yeah, I've seen that. And AI is just going to be able to give it to you now and say, no, this is what you're looking for.
With Google, right? You type in Google and it just starts showing you ads, like paid sponsorships, like blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, I don't want to see that. And that's part of the reason people are going to ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Is because they're not getting sold. They're getting information. So it's really interesting. So that's something to keep in mind, guys, is if you are creating content for your business, to make it a little bit more chat friendly, right? Because you're trying to educate people, educate as much as you can. Don't focus so much on what they're buying. Focus more on the benefit of the product. Like, what are you getting from buying this product? It's going to save you time. It's going to make your life easier this way. It's going to do this, and this.
Yeah.
Really emphasize the benefits of your product.
It's worth researching what prompts your potential customers would be putting into ChatGPT to look for what you're selling.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be something super specific. It's similar to that long tail keyword research for SEO. Now AEO, it's going to be sort of long tail queries.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah. Oh, it's interesting, isn't it?
It's different world.
Yeah.
Yeah, different from even a year ago or 2 years ago. Very different. Probably very different in a year again.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right, mate.
Cool.
Well, that was brilliant. I think we ticked all the boxes.
Yeah, great. Nice.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Woo.